Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob Johnson with the Straga Media Network as we're coming to you from Harry Fales Gym again tonight for the Lady Aviators and the Lady Dukes of Marlington. I'm joined tonight by my sidekick, John Taggart, and our main man, Jack Horn.
Hello, everybody.
So, it's an interesting matchup tonight as the Lady Dukes, who are, I believe they're 15-2.
Yeah, they're 15-2, 7-1 in the EBC. Right now they have them tied for first with Salem as they split the series.
And the Lady Aviators are 8-11.
8-11, 3-5 in the EBC, and they're sitting at fifth right now.
So, obviously the records favor Marlington. However, you know as well as I do, John, you got to play the game, and you just never know when a team with a bigger record or a better record can overlook somebody. So, I'm sure that Coach will be on the Lady Dukes about not doing that tonight.
I think we saw a little bit of that last night with the Lions versus Minerva game.
Well, we did have Alliance and Minerva here as the Aviators last night defeated Minerva. It was a pretty good game, but Lions came out victorious, and they did that without Diego Slam Jam Allen last night, who was out. But we're looking for a good matchup. We're hoping for a good matchup, and we're just waiting on the national anthem and the festivities here for pregame.
Well, Alliance is kind of a young squad here. There's only one senior actually on the team, and they just had their senior night a little bit ago. And the Dukes of Marlington, obviously, they start 4 of 5 seniors.
Yeah, I believe it's 4. They had senior night the other night, and out of the starters, the only one that's a junior was Chelsea Advantage. So, speaking of starters, I believe, do you have our starting lineup?
Yes, I do. So we'll start with the away team here. Number 1, Maria Warner, senior guard. Number 4, Lexi Miller, senior forward. Number 11, Chelsea Advantage, junior forward. Number 15, Ava Collins, senior forward. And number 30, Elizabeth Mason, senior guard.
That's a strong unit. Good three-point shooting team. I do know that. We've had the opportunity to cover them a few times this year.
Yeah, they definitely love to hit that three-point ball, and they love to get the fast breakaways as well. So they can put a lot of points up in a hurry.
So starting for the Alliance Aviators, we have Marze Gantz, a 5.5-foot junior. Miana Ford, a 5.5-foot senior. She's number 5. Ella Smith, a 5'5" junior. Jayla Calick, a 5'7" junior, number 15. And number 44, Kelly Lynn Paylolo, and I've been told they call her KP. So we're going to step away from the national anthem and kind of hang here and enjoy the festivities, and we'll be back for tip-off.
By the Alliance High School Pep Band under the direction of Joss Boley. pep band. The officials assigned to this game have met the requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been approved by both schools to provide their important role in tonight's game. The officials for this game are Kim Schenkel, Dave Burkett, who was just inducted into the Ohio High School Athletic Association Baseball Hall of Fame with 400 wins, and Carl J. Krager. At this time, we'd like to recognize two students of the month for January, the Elk Students of the Month. They're in attendance tonight. Zach Kinzer, that's up with the pep band from Alliance, and Lexi Miller on the basketball team for Marlington. Now to introduce the teams. The visitors on the scoreboard, the Marlington Lady Dukes. Head coach, Mike Stagelis. Assistant coaches, Kirk Miller, Kaylee Hardy, and Leah Springer. The Duke starters, a senior, number 1, Maria Warner. A senior, number 4, Lexi Miller. A junior, number 11, Chelsea Evanich. A senior, number 15, Ava Collins. And a senior, number 30, Elizabeth Mason. Now for your host, Aviators. Head coach, Rod Smith. Assistant coaches, Danielle Lunsford, Brittany Percy, and Greg Sampson. Your Aviators starters, a junior, number 2, Marze Gantz. A junior, number 13, Ella Smith. A junior, number 15, Jayla Calick. A junior, number 44, KP. And our senior, number 5, Biana Ford. Good luck, ladies.
And here we go, folks. Game time. I'm excited for this matchup. This is a bit of a rivalry, so it always seems like when you're playing your rivalry, you step your game up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you kind of just throw the records out the window, and it's just a tough game. Everybody puts in a little bit more for these rivalry games.
Oh, yeah, you didn't like to lose to the teams across town. You know what I'm saying? So tipping off for the Lady Dukes will be Chelsea Advantage. And for the Lady Duke, or the Lady Aviators, will be Miana Ford. And the Dukes come away with the tip out to Ava Collins for 3. Off the rim, no good.
Let the games begin.
So Alliance is going to inbound. Up the floor, they're pushing to Ella Smith. Smith is going to dribble, almost has it taken away. Back out top to Gantz. Gantz inside to KP. To Advantage rebound. Warner is going to push the other way. Up the floor. Mason for 3, way off. Rebounded by Alliance. So Ford's going to bring it the other way as Marlington comes out in a press. Over to Gantz. Gantz is going to dribble into the corner for Smith for three. Bang! So we have a 3-0 lead, Alliance. As Marlington pushed the other way, advantage up the floor to Collins, to Miller, back out to Warner. She kicks it back out to Advantage, and Advantage is going to travel. So Calic gives it up to Ford, back over to Calic. Up to KP, to Ford. Nice save. Dishes it off
nice
to
pass.
Smith. Good look. And we're going to have, Mason comes away with it. You know she likes to push. Going the other way. Shot up. It's good. 3-2, Alliance.
That's definitely her specialty. And that's Ava Collins' specialty.
Yeah, she just likes to find that ball, doesn't she?
She's like a safety.
She sure is. So Ford pushing the other way, across the timeline. Up to Ella Smith. She's going to three ball. No good. Air ball to Gantz. Gantz out to KP. Stolen by Warner. Warner's going to push the other way. They're going to go up the floor to Mason. Layup 4-2 or 4-3. 6:10 left in this first quarter. As Gantz going to get it stolen. To Warner, to Mason. Drives baseline. Gets it out to Miller for three. Bang! And we're going to have a timeout as the Lady Dukes go on a 7-0 run, and they lead 7-3. So we're going to step away for just a few seconds, and we'll be right back.
The Straggett Media Network, a local broadcasting network, specializing in weather, news, sports, musical guests, weddings, commercials, visual marketing graphics. Let us take your business, school, wedding, or event to the next level. The Straggett Media Network.
We're back, folks. 5:56, first quarter, 7-3, Dukes. Lady Dukes. As Alliance will inbound on baseline. Into Gantz. Gantz back over to Calic. Calic's up the floor to Ford. Stolen by Advantage. Advantage going to spin. Fakes. Shoots. No good.
Gets the rebound.
To Collins. To Warner. Shot no good. Rebounded by Smith. Smith is going to push the other way. Across the timeline. Up to Calic. Calic going to drive. Kicks it over to Gantz. She loses it. Gets it back.
Ooh.
And a nice play as she throws it off Advantage. That was a really good play.
That was a heads up play there.
So the Lady Aviators will inbound on the baseline as Calic looks, tosses it out, stolen by Mason, tips it to Warner. Warner going to spin, brings it across the timeline, push up the floor, underneath the Mason. Mason going to shoot. Shot up, good. 9-3, 5:18.
That's 6 points for Mason already.
So Gantz is going to push up the floor to Smith. Smith back out top to Ford. Ford tries to get it into KP. Nice play by Calic, but she just couldn't control it. Warner comes up to Advantage. Shot up, and it's going to be 11-3. Gantz going to dribble, pulls up, gets it to Ford. Ford going to dribble, splits a double team. And she's going to pull it back out and reset the offense. Nice, smart move by Ford.
Yep, slow things down here a little bit.
Over to Ella Smith. Smith dribbles left. Gets it back out to Ford. Ford looks over to Gantz. Inside to KP. Into the wing to Smith. Out to Gantz. She's going to fake it. She's going to get called for a travel. She knew what she wanted to do. She just got to put the ball on the floor first.
It was there, too.
Looks like they're really trying to force it into KP right now in the middle. Need to work it around a little bit more and then get it to her. Warner to Mason on the wing. Into the corner to Warner. Dumps it into Advantage. Back out to Warner for three. Bang! 14-3, 4:06. Lady Dukes. And we've got a foul. Not sure if that was on Mason or Collins.
Fouls on Marlington, number 30, Elizabeth Mason.
Yeah, I believe that was on Mason there.
Team's first.
Oh, you know, Marlington likes to play super tight defense, and sometimes you just get those fouls when you're just a little too close.
Peyton Smith into the ball game. Up to Ford. She's going to take it to the hoop. Layup. Good. Nice take by Mayana Ford.
The
Up
senior.
the floor to Mason. Cross court to Collins. Collins going to drive. Shot up. Good. 16-5. 3:43 first quarter. Peyton Smith.
And there's her 2 points for the night.
Yeah, she's not a scorer, but folks, this girl definitely earns her weight as a starter for this Dukes team. She does everything else. She rebounds, she scraps, she steals. So Alliance gets it to KP, back to Calic. She's going to drive, takes it to the hoop. Shot no good. Rebound to Dukes. Dukes are going to force the other way. Up to Mason. Mason's going to look, back out to Warner. To Advantage, fakes, pulls up for, dumps it off to Mason, out to Miller. Miller's going to drive, takes it to the hoop, and she'll be fouled.
Yeah, as you know, Alliance changed up their strategy a little bit, kind of shutting Mason down because she was going here.
So checking, soon to check into the ball game will be Zaria
First one's
Fannin
good.
and Marze Gantz. Sitting down will be KP and Calic.
Second one's good.
Second one is good. 18-5, 3:12 first quarter.
That gives her
Lady
5 on the
Dukes.
night.
So Gantz gets it to Fannin to Gantz. Knocked away. Peyton Smith retrieves it. Gonna dribble, drives, takes to the hoop. Shot up, good. Nice take by Peyton Smith. As Alliance comes out with a full court press. Up the floor to Miller. Miller's gonna fake. Dumps it off to Advantage and stolen by the Aviators. Lady Aviators come the other way.
Nice
Over to
pass.
Gantz. To Smith. At the top of the circle. She's gonna dribble, has her pocket pick. Going the other way, Mason. And she takes
A
no
little
good.
too much there.
Rebounded by Ella Smith. She's going to push the other way. She pulls up, gets it off to Gantz for three. No good, but rebounded by Fannin, and she's going to be fouled. Nice take by Fannin. As she took it strong to the hoop and forced the Dukes to foul her. First shot is no good. Second shot is good. So 18-8, 2:16 left in this first quarter. As Mason gets it up the floor to Advantage. Nice pass to Warner back in the corner for three. No good. Rebounded by Alliance. Gets it off to Peyton Smith. She's going to push up the floor. Into the corner to Gantz to Ford. Nice shot. Good.
Good.
18-10. Aviators making a run.
That's 4 points for the senior on senior night.
148 in the first quarter. They get it off to Advantage, and she tried to catch Miller underneath the hoop, and just a little bit high. So Ella Smith will sit down, and Colic will come back into the ball game as Ford brings it up the backcourt. Over to Peyton Smith, to Fannin, to Gantz, fakes, has their pocket pick by Warner. Warner's going to push to Miller, back to Warner. Over to the corner for Mason for three. Bang! 21-10, 1:17 left in the first quarter. Elizabeth Mason is rolling early.
Yep, 9 points.
So Smith into Fannin. She's going to lose it. Picked up by Advantage. And she gives it off to Warner. She looked down court, thought she saw something, but pulls it down. Gives off to Miller. She's going to drive down the lane. Up to, no good. Shot by Advantage, and she's going to be fouled. I was shielded. Could you see that, John?
No, I couldn't see it either. The ref was in the way.
Looks like they called it on Maria Ford. That's her first foul. First shot.
Good.
Second shot by Advantage.
Good.
It goes. That's going to be Advantage's fourth point. Forward into the corner to Smith. Tries to get it to Fannin. Taken away by
Ooh, taken back.
Advantage, but back by Gantz for three. No good. So Warner's going to bring it up slowly across the timeline. Dribbles. Guarded by Peyton Smith. Now Gantz inside to Advantage. Shot up, and it's going to be good. 3-point play.
Foul on Alliance's number 2, Marseille Gantz, her first, team's third.
I'll tell you what, Alliance is getting their opportunities. They just need to.
Yeah, they just haven't quite fallen for them just yet.
So Peyton Smith will bring it up for Alliance. Knocked out of bounds by Mason. So Alliance retains possession. 16.5 seconds left in this first quarter. 26-10 Marlington. As Gantz is going to get across. They get it to Mia Ford. To Fannin. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Miller. Miller to Warner. To Collins, up the floor to Mason, and she's not going to get it off in time. So 26-10 here in the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a step away. This is the Straga Media Network.
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in years to come, that as your life gets hard, you have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
And we're back, folks. We're at the Harry Fales Gymnasium here in Alliance as the Marlington Dukes lead the Lady Aviators of Alliance 26-10. Been a run of streaks.
Yeah, and usually, you know, not that this is a bad thing, but usually the Lady Dukes are kind of slow in the first half and they pick it up in the second.
Yeah, they came out. They hit Alliance hit the first three, then Lady Dukes hit 7 or 8, and then Alliance came out, made a run, and then over to Smith for 2.
Good.
It's good. But then Dukes went on a long run. So it's going to be up to Allie Gill to Mason on the wing. Cross court to Miller. Up top to Warner. She's going to pull for 3. Bang! You can't leave her open. She likes that shot right top of the circle.
Well, there are really not many that you can just leave open.
Oh, nice steal by Warner. Up the floor to Gill. Gill's going to drive. She's going to lose it. She's mad at herself, too.
Yeah, she wants that back.
She had a clear path to the hoop and just dribbled it off her leg. So Peyton Smith will bring it up the other way. Dishes it off to Ella Smith. Inside to Fannin. Back over to Peyton Smith. Pulls for three. Off the rim, no good. And saved, but up the floor to Allie Gill. She's going to look, going to push. Drive, shoots. Fannin rebound for Alliance. Up to Peyton Smith. She's bringing it up the other way. She drives, takes it down the lane. Shot up and good. Nice take by Peyton Smith. Up the floor to Miller, to Mason. Pulls for two. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Smith. She's going to push the other way. And Allie Gill's going to knock it out of bounds, but the ball stays with Alliance.
I tell you what, when Peyton Smith came in, it kind of changed the game for Alliance.
Yeah, she's a good ball player. She's a junior, 5'5".
That's a smart move there.
So Calic into Fannin. Gonna dribble, fakes, shoots, no good. Rebounded advantage. Pushes up the floor to Mason. Nice pass to Gill for two. Shot no good. Rebounded by Ella Smith. She's gonna bring it the other way. Across the timeline to Peyton Smith. She's gonna pull it back out, reset. Over to Ella Smith. Looks, guarded by Gill. And it's going to be a kick ball by Marlington. Lexi Miller enters the ball game. And Allie Gill will sit down.
Lexi with 5 points on the night.
Long pass out top to Smith. Into Calic. Over to Ella Smith for three. Off the rim, no good. As Mason, it's going to push the other way. Take, layup, good. 31-14. And Coach Rod Smith wants to talk about it.
Yep,
things.
Elizabeth Mason has 11 points on the game so far, so you need to figure out a way to slow her down.
Oh, yeah. You got to shut her down as she takes off, because if she doesn't, she'll take it straight to the hoop. She's very good at going coast to coast. We've seen enough of that. And even if she does get cut off, you gotta fill the lanes because she knows how to find her teammates as well.
That's right. They're a very good passing team. So if you don't make your shot, you better haul it down to the other end of the court because they will find the open man.
They will. And if you're not filling the corners, they like to drive and kick. So 31-14, 5:35 left in the second quarter. Back onto the floor, we've got Warner, Collins, Mason, Miller, and Advantage. Ward, Calic, Fannin, Gantz, and Ella Smith on the floor. So Ford's going to bring it up the backcourt. Marlington's in a half-court defense. They're running a 2-3 into Fannin. Fannin's going to look into the corner to Gantz. Fakes, dribbles, kicks it out top to Smith. Smith looks, dribbles, backs it out. Over to Ford. Into Calic. Shot up, off the rim, no good.
Oh.
How in the... I'm not sure how it ended up in Marlington's end of the court, but they have the ball now as Warner is going to push. Gantz almost steals it. Oh, they left Mason. Oh, nice drop block by Fannin. Back into the ball is KP, and Fannin will sit down. Warner inbounds to Collins. Dumps it off to Mason. Back out to Warner on the wing. Bang! 34-14. Lady Dukes. 4:41 left in this second quarter. As Lady Aviators going to push. Shot blocked. Up. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by Maria Warner. As Mason's going to push. Kicks it out to Collins, to Miller, to Warner for three. Bang! I'll tell you what, they just have that knack of, that's why they're ranked in their record is what it is. They just have a way of finding that open person.
Yeah, and they're a very hard team to beat because you cannot double team anybody.
No. So Smith gets it inside, tapped away, and retrieved by Advantage. So Warner's going to push the other way. Up to Mason. Mason's going to take the hoop, and she's going to be fouled. (37-14), 3:45 left in the second quarter. So Mason will go to the free throw line. She will shoot 2.
That foul was on number 5, Vianna Ford. That would have been her second.
First shot.
Good. That gives her 12. She's tied with Warner now.
Checking into the ball game for the Lady Aviators is number 10, Alexa Brown. Second shot.
Good.
Yep. 39-14, 3:45. As Mason will sit down and Allie Gill checks in.
Get a well-deserved break.
Also sitting down will be Ava Collins, so Zoe Mort will check in for her. As Alliance kicks it to the corner for Calic. No good. Ooh. Rebounded by Calic. Dumps it into KP. Out to the wing for Gant. Shot no good. Rebounded Alliance. Shot again. Good.
There it is.
Calic. I believe that's her first bucket of the game. As Warner gets it up to Gill. To Mort. To the corner to Warner. She's going to dribble. Drives to the hoop. Layup. No good. Rebounded KP. As Brown's going to push it the other way. Up the floor to Calic. She's going to fake. Pulls up for 3. Bang! And they only called it a 2-pointer. Her foot was on the line. That'll be 4 points for Calic. 39-18. Up the floor. Long pass to Mort. To Miller for 2. Shot. Runs out. No good. And we've got a foul.
Fouls on Marlington's number 2, Zoe Mort. Her first, team's third.
I'll tell you what. Even with a big lead, Coach Mike Stadoulis is still coaching these young ladies.
Well, I think he saw something that they should have seen, and they didn't, and they missed 2 points.
So Ford going to pull for 3. Bang! Nice shot. 39-21 as they've got Warner in the double team. Up to Mason, stolen by Ford. Nice play. Loses it. Ford just couldn't get her momentum stopped and tripped. That was a nice play. And then she got a foul when she fell down and Miller fell over top of her. So Calic will come back in and Ford will sit down. 2:10 left in this second quarter. Warner for 3. Air ball. Rebounded by Calic. She's going to bring it up the other way. Stops. Passes to Brown. In the corner to Ella Smith for 3. Long, no good. Rebounded by Collins to Warner. Off to Mason. Mason's going to push into advantage to Miller. And you know, when you miss the pass and the girl behind her catches it, you just know it's your day.
Right.
Or at least things are going well for you at that moment. So Warner gets the ball, kicks it into Miller. She's going to be fouled. They're going to call Ella Smith with that foul. That will be her first foul of the ball game.
It's the Lady Aviators' sixth team foul.
So Miller makes the first one.
Lexi Miller makes the first free throw. Alliance substitution number 22, Peyton Smith.
Second shot. It's good. So Peyton Smith gets it up the floor to Brown. Brown's going to turn, dribble, take to the hoop, dishes off to Fannin, loses it. And it's going to go off of Lady Duke, so the ball stays with her Alliance. So Calic will inbound to Fannin, back to Calic. She's going to fake, drives baseline, kicks it out to Brown. She's going to have it knocked away. Picked up by Fannin to Gantz, to Peyton Smith, inside to Fannin. Fannin going to take to the hoop, and I believe
Travel. Yep.
Yep, you're right, John. I was waiting for the signal over here, and I never got it. So Warner's going to walk it up the backcourt, 41-21. 1:16 left in this first half. As Miller gets it, guarded by Gantz. Out to the top of the circle. Drives to Collins for three. No good. Rebounded by Warner. And again, advantage. Guarded by Fannin. And they're going to get Fannin for the foul.
Advantage battling down inside there.
I'll tell you what, that's like 3 or 4 plays where it should have, bounced off of a Duke, ended up in another Duke's hand. Whether it's a pass, that one went off of Advantage's head and ended up right in the lap of one of the other Lady Dukes. So Advantage going to take her second shot, 56.8 seconds. Shot up.
Good.
It's good. 42-21, 54 seconds as Calic gets it up to Peyton Smith. Cross court to Gantz. Gantz into Fannin. Dribble, drive, shoots. Good. Nice play. Good look, good shot. Warner up the floor to Collins, to Advantage. Into the corner. And it's going to be the last touch by the Aviators. So Warner's gets it into Advantage to Mason. Cross court to Collins. Back over to Warner. Dribbles. Back to Collins, to the corner to Miller. To Warner. Drives to Collins. Back out to the wing for Advantage.
10 seconds.
9 seconds. Mason to Collins, loses it. Back out to Mason, to Advantage. To Warner for three. Bang!
Ooh, right at the buzzer.
And that pretty much sums up the first half right there. 45-23. Lady Dukes.
That gives Warner 15 points in the half.
Tell you what, when you give her a step and leave her open, she is deadly.
It's somebody that everybody kind of forgets about because of Mason, Advantage, and Miller being out there. She's just as good shooting from three. She can drive, she can dribble, she can pass, she can do all those things. And yet, sometimes she kind of gets lost out there, with some of, the Duke's other star power. So, but if you leave her open.
Yeah, everybody kind of lulls them to sleep, and then the next thing you know, here she is. hey guys, don't forget about me.
Right.
So, well, we're going to step away for just a few. We're going to pay some bills, and we'll be back after this.
Hello everyone, I'm Tegan Evans, and this is the Strega Media Network. This week weather looks like snow early in the week, with chilly temperatures and a little spike on Thursday. So let's take a look. Monday is where most of the snow will be falling. With a high of 34 degrees, snow is at a 60% of chance. Winds will be 9 miles per hour. Cloudy skies with afternoon snow showers. Temps nearly steady in the low to mid 30s. Snow accumulations will be less than 1 inch. Moving on to Monday night, it's going to be a low of 17 degrees with a 21% chance of snow. Winds will be at 10 miles per hour and it'll be cloudy throughout the night. On Tuesday, it's going to be a high of 26 degrees with a 3% chance of snow with winds at 8 miles per hour. There will be intervals of clouds and sunshine throughout the day. Moving on to Tuesday night, it's going to be a low of 14 degrees with a 4% chance of snow. Winds will be at 6 miles per hour. There will be considerable clouds early, some decreasing clouds later in the night. Moving on to Wednesday, it's going to be a high of 31 degrees with a 4% chance of snow. Winds 6 miles per hour. Intervals of clouds and sunshine throughout the day. On Wednesday night, it's going to be a low of 19 degrees with a 2% chance of snow. Winds will be 6 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies during the evening will give way to cloudy skies overnight. Winds will be light and variable. Thursday, here comes that heat wave I mentioned earlier. It's going to be a high of 41 degrees with a 2% chance of rain. Winds will be at 11 miles per hour. There will be sunshine and clouds mixed throughout the day. On Thursday night, it's going to be a low of 13 degrees with a 9% chance of snow. Winds will be at 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies during the evening will give way to cloudy skies overnight. On Friday, it's going to be a high of 20 degrees. With winds 13 miles per hour, it's also going to be partly cloudy. On Friday night, it's going to drop down to 8 degrees, with winds 11 miles per hour, partly cloudy. Well, that's all the time we have for this today. If you enjoy hearing local weather, sports, news, and more, please like and subscribe to stay up on all the latest the Strega Media Network is producing. Again, I'm Tegan Evans, and this is the Strega Media Network. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm Tegan Evans of the Strega Media Network, a local broadcasting network for the Eastern Stark County area, connecting with our local communities to give you local news, weather, and sports. Local communities like Louisville, Alliance, Marlborough Township, Plain Township, East Canton, Hartville, Salem, and Carrollton. If there's good news, we want to hear it. A varsity game for your local school, we want to cover it. Local weather, we want to bring it to you. Like, subscribe, follow to keep up on everything and everywhere we cover. This is the Strega Media Network. Hello everyone, I'm Tegan Evans, and this is the Strega Media Network. We have a very special shout out we'd like to give to a Mount Union Purple Raider alumni, Nick Sirianni, head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, who just punched their ticket to the Super Bowl and will play against the Kansas City Chiefs. Coach Sirianni played for Mount Union, winning 3 national championships from 2000, 2001, and 2002. Later, he made the leap to the NFL, first coaching with the Kansas City Chiefs, San Diego Chargers, and the Indianapolis Colts, before landing the head coaching job for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2021. We wish Nick, his family, staff, and team the best of luck as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs Sunday, February 12th.
The Strega Media Network, a local broadcasting network, specializing in weather, news, sports, musical guests, weddings, commercials, visual marketing graphics. Let us take your business, school, wedding, or event to the next level. The Strega Media Network.
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in years to come, that as your life gets hard, you have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
And we're back, folks. Rob Johnson, John Taggart, and our buddy upstairs, Big Jack Horn, here at the Harry Fales Gymnasium as Marlington leads here at halftime, 45-23. Tell you what, Marlington got on a roll and just kind of kept going.
Yeah, just didn't look back. I mean, Rhea Warner, 15 points. Elizabeth Mason, 13 points. Kind of led the way for the Dukes, and that and some great defensive play. Really is kind of where we are right now.
Yeah, it seemed like every time I turned around, Warner was stealing the ball, kicking it up to Mason, and she was sprinting the other way. Or Mason was rebounding and kicking it up the floor to Mason. So they had a little bit of energy and action as it seemed like Peyton and Ella Smith and then Maria Ford kind of got going a little bit. They kind of made a little bit of a run back, but then Marlington just kind of rolled again.
Yeah, and then Ford kind of got in foul trouble towards the end of the second half, so they kind of sat her down, so they could save her for the second half here. And that's always hard, when you start getting in foul trouble.
Especially with a senior leader like she is. Yeah,
she's a difference maker out on the court.
Yeah, she definitely had that nice three right before, and then right before her last foul of the first half, and so. So we got about 40 seconds left in this halftime, and then be ready for the second half. And we've got a winner here for the 50-50. We should have bought a ticket, John.
They asked. I think they even asked the Marlington coaching staff as they walked by for the last drawing.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be right that we'd buy a ticket. I like to give back, but
I'd buy it for the cause, but I wouldn't want to win.
Yeah, just doesn't look right. But well, here we go for the second half. Alliance is going to come out with KP, Ford, Ella Smith, Gantz, and Calick. Marlington with Collins, Mason, Warner, Advantage, and Miller. As Marlington comes out with the ball.
Ooh,
Stolen by Ford. Nice play by Ford. Just couldn't stay in bounds. and she can't be the first one to touch it coming back in. So Warner in the backcourt, across the timeline, brings it up, guarded by Gantz. Oh, she looked the other way, and Warner took the step and went to the hoop. So 47-23, 7:36 in this third quarter. Ford stolen by Warner.
Up
To Mason. No good. Rebound to Mason. Shot up and good, and we're going to have a and one.
I was going to say she might be a little rusty coming out of the half, but never mind.
Apparently not. As Mason has 15 now.
That's Ford's fourth foul.
Yeah, that's harsh for her on senior night of all things.
She's definitely upset about it.
Well, you know, it's tough when you're a senior. You want to have that big game on senior night. You know, when you get into foul trouble, and it just makes it hard. So rebounded by Colic. So hopefully her teammates can pick it up and get her back in this ball game. So Gantz is going to dribble. Gets it over to Peyton Smith. Back to Gantz. Gantz is going to dribble. Looks. Back to Calic. Pulls for three. Short. No good. Rebounded by Warner. Up to Mason. Mason pushing. Crosses and layup good. Nice take by Elizabeth Mason. That's going to give her 17. As Gantz gets it to Smith. Cross court to Calic. Going to look to Gantz. Dribbles into Fannin. Outside to Calic. Back into Fannin. Dribbles. Shot into KP. Nice take. She'll go to the free throw line.
Fouls on Marlington's number 15, Ava Collins. Her first.
That's Ava's first foul.
So KP will shoot. Shot up. No good. Let's go. 6:31 as we get ready for the second shot. Second shot.
Good.
Good.
That's KP's first point of the night.
So ball gets into Collins. Going to push up the floor to Mason. They're going to leave her wide open. No good. Rebounded by Alliance. As Gantz comes away with it, she'll go the other way. Gantz dribbling up top. Over to Ella Smith. She's going to dribble. Gets it inside to Fannin. Fannin turns, kicks it out to Calic for three. Bang!
I think that was a two. I think her foot was on the line. Are they going to call it a three?
Yep, they did.
Okay.
51-27 as Mason's going to dribble. Gets it into the corner, back out top to Warner. Two advantage on the wing. Going to fake, drives the lane, shot up. Good. 53-27, 5:42. As Gant will give it off to Calic. Calic gonna fake, drives the hoop, pulls it back out. Smart move as Marlington collapsed on her.
Yep.
Gant to Ella Smith in the corner for three. Bang!
Wow.
53-30.
Nice shot.
5:17 left in the third quarter to Warner, or Miller, excuse me, in the corner. Bang.
Back and forth there.
Yeah. Like I said, you can't leave these Marlington girls open or they will hit that shot.
Yeah, you got to chase them off the three-point line.
Yeah. Shot no good. Got to battle for it. And they're going to say last touch by Marlington.
Hey, one up.
So advantage into Warner. She stumbles, loses it.
Stumbles again.
Up to Collins, cross court to Mason, got to push. Into Miller, layup's good.
Yep, little 2-on-1 there.
That's going to be 12 for Miller. So Calic's going to take to the hoop. Shot no good. Rebounded by KP.
Looks like a jump ball. Yep. Her and Ava Collins there.
Substitution number 22, Peyton Smith. Marlington substitution number 2, Zoe Moore.
So Warner's going to sit down. Into the ball game will be Zoe Mort. Peyton Smith for 3, no good. Rebounded by Fannin. Back out to Smith. To Gant. To Ella Smith on the opposite wing. To Fannin. To Peyton Smith. Back to Ella Smith. To Gant for 3. Bang! 58-33. 4:07.
They were searching for that open 3, and they got it.
Well, up the floor. Oh, stolen. And they're going to say it was off Marlington. Nice play by Peyton Smith. Getting over and causing enough disturbance to make that ball go out of bounds. So Ella Smith, cross court to Peyton Smith. Gonna dribble, drive, shoots. No good. Rebounded by Collins. Gives it off to Mason. To Miller. Back to Mason.
Kind of slow down this fast break a little bit.
Out to Collins to advantage. Well, that's what Alliance needs to do. They need to keep them from running. Because Marlington, when they run, they're twice as dangerous. So Mason.
Foul.
And they're going to call Calic with a foul.
Fouls on Alliance's number 13, Ella Smith.
So Warner checks back into the ball game, and Ava Collins will sit down. You know what I just realized tonight, John?
What's that?
I've known you for a few years now, and I don't think I ever realized that you were a lefty.
Born and raised.
So Miller's going to drive, stolen.
Oh.
Picked up. We got a battle. Ping pong. Warner to advantage.
Nice
block
block
by Fannin, and they're going to call her for a foul. I don't know why it didn't register. You've been right and left-handed for all these years, right?
That's right, as far as I can remember. Makes things difficult in some situations.
Like tight quarters. So Advantage makes the first one. Advantage with 11. 59-33. 303. Second one. Shot good. 60-33, 2:59 in this third quarter. Fannin to the corner for 3 for Gant. Bang! 60-36 as the Lady Aviators are trying little by little climb back in this. Mason gonna dribble, backs it back out over to Warner. They left her open again. No good. That one hit the upper structure of the backboard. Tell you what, she doesn't usually miss those when she's that open.
Yeah, sometimes when you're wide open like that, it gets in your head.
Yeah. Collins set to check back in. Gant to Calic in the corner. Cross court to Peyton Smith. Pulls for 3. Bang! Here we go.
Alliance feeling it from three-point line here in the third quarter.
60-39, 2:14. Up the floor to Mort. Cross court to Advantage. Almost stolen. Blocked by Fannin. They're going to call her for a foul.
Yeah, two Aviators kind of collided there.
Alliance's number 50, Azaria Fanning, her third.
They're going to say she got her on the arm.
KP looks to check back in. For a shot. Bang.
Collins comes back in, and Mort will sit down. Zori Mort with some big minutes tonight. Advantage, second shot.
Good.
It's going to give Chelsea 14 points as Gant's going to bring it the other way. Dribbles, guarded by Collins, into KP. KP back out to Gantz, over to Calic. Dribbles off her foot, Picked up by Smith. Smith
To Smith.
to Smith. I'll tell you what, though, it's not as challenging as the last night with Davis, and Davis. To Gantz. Back out top to Smith. Over to Smith, inside to KP, and she's going to be fouled. They're going to call that foul, I believe, on Lexi Miller.
Yep.
Fouls on Marlington's number 4.
A little too much pushing and shoving down there in the paint.
Team second.
That's Lexi's second foul. So Peyton Smith going to drive the lane. Shot up, no good. As Mason's going to try to dribble.
It's
and
going to stay here.
she just lost it and it went out of bounds. So Smith to Peyton Smith. Into
Ooh, nice
KP.
pass.
Fakes. Back out to Ella Smith. Drives. Off to Gantz. Gantz dribbles out top. Fakes. Kicks it. Calic. Calic looks. Back out to Gantz. Dumps it into KP. Turns. Shoots. Blocked. Up the floor to Mason. She's going to spin. Takes it to the hoop. Layup. Good. It's going to be 19 for Elizabeth Mason. 44 seconds left in this third quarter. Dumps it to KP. And
let's see what they call here. Oh, hold on Ava Collins.
39.2 seconds left in this third quarter.
It's Collins' second foul.
Gantz loses it to Mason. Gonna take. Shot and one. As Gantz is going to get called for the foul.
Fouls on Alliance's number 2, Marseille Gantz. Her second. Team's fifth. The basket was good.
Gantz second foul. Alliance's 15 foul here in the second half.
66-39.
First shot.
It's good.
And one, I meant.
So Peyton Smith crossed the timeline. Dribbling, guarded by Warner. Smith going to pull for three. Shot no good. Off the rim. 16 seconds. Back to Warner. Up the floor to Mason. Mason to Collins, and she's going to too high.
Just off the fingertips there.
So Aviators will come the other way, and we've got some substitutions. Into the ball game will be Mahalan Lambden, Ava Clow, and Ella Wittensoldner for the Dukes.
5 seconds.
As Gant
Deep
to
three.
Kala to KP.
She's
and
fouled.
She fouled.
0.7 seconds left here in the third.
Hey, when you're a backup, if you get a foul, you're in the scorebook. So
That's right.
find your way in there somehow.
I was there.
Her first. Team's fourth.
It's kind of like Rudy getting a sack. Shot up.
Good.
It's good.
First free throw.
67-40. 0.7 seconds. Second shot. Rims off. No good.
That's it.
And that's the end of the third quarter as the Lady Dukes are in control. 67-40. We're going to step away for just a few seconds, and we'll be right back. This is the Straga Media Network. And we're back for the start of the fourth quarter, folks. Marlington leads 67-40. Coming to the floor for the Dukes will be Mason, Warner, Miller, Collins, and Advantage. Brown, Ford, Fannin, Peyton Smith. And for Alliance, we have a new arrival to the ball game. Number 24, Denia Hancock. So Mason out top, dribbles to Warner. Advantage, dumps off to Miller. Back to Warner. Warner dribbles, looking. Guarded by Smith. Nice defense by Peyton Smith. Oh, and they left the lane. Mason, open, good. Mason with 24. 7:30 left in this ball game. As Maria Ford brings it up, gets it to Fannin. Fannin to Hancock, to Peyton Smith. Out top to Ford. She's going to fake. She's going to drive. Takes to the hoop. Shot up. Good. 69-42.
That's her ninth point.
And Warner's going to kick it to the corner. Back out to Miller for three. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Advantage.
Her and Ford are
and
fighting
stolen by Ford, and that's going to be her night.
Yep.
The senior on senior night. As Warner and Mason will sit down. Mort and Gill will check into the ball game. Yeah, it's tough as a senior when you foul out on senior night. You know, that's just hard pill to swallow, especially when she was in there, she had some good plays. She seemed to score.
Very, very aggressive on defense, and you know, when she had her shots, she took them offensively.
So Brown's going to bring it across the timeline. She's going to pull up for three. Short, no good. And it's going to go back to Marlington. Oh. They're going to change the call. It will be Alliance's ball. So out top to Hancock for three. No good. Rebounded Advantage. Over to Collins. Up to Mort. She's going to bring it to the center of the floor to Advantage. Advantage going to spin. She's going to get it out to Miller for three. Short, no good. Rebounded by Calick. Calick going to bring it the other way. We're going to see another substitution as Mahalan Lambden. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Fannin. Shot, no good. And it's going to be off Alliance. As Lambden and Gantz check in. And Ava Collins will sit down. So does Advantage. And actually, Collins stays in the ball game and Advantage sits down. So Mort up the floor to Gill. Cross court to Miller to the corner. Cross to Gill. Shot up. And she's going to be fouled. So that's going to be the 17th foul on Alliance.
Fouls on Alliance is number 10, Alexa Brown, her first, team
That
second.
foul was called on Alexa Brown.
Yep.
Gill's first shot.
Rattles in.
And that is her first point of the ball game.
For number 2.
Second shot.
Hits it.
So Allie with 2. 5:36 left in this ball game. 71-42. Lady Dukes. As Fannin's going to go to the hoop, and she's fouled. That was a nice take.
Fouls on Marlington.
Well, usually she has Ava Collins on her, and Ava switched there in the last second, so she was able to drive in there.
Well, that's like we talked earlier. Ava brings so much to the table. She's got plenty of scoring with the other 4 in there.
Yeah, she doesn't need to score.
No, she handles the defensive end. Second shot.
Lions rebounds. Back inside.
A shot by Fannin.
She gets her 2 points anyway.
71-44. Pushed up the floor by Gill. To the corner to Collins for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded to Brown. Up the floor. Guarded by Mort. Over to Fannin. Loses it. Gets it back. Gets it to Gantz. Gantz is going to dribble. Fakes. Crossover to Hancock. To Brown. Into the corner to Gantz. Inside. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Fannin. And they're going to call a jump ball.
Line substitution.
So checking back into the ball game for the Lady Aviators will be Ella Smith. Sitting down will be Hancock. Stolen by Collins.
Yep.
Up the floor. Miller gonna take. Shoots. No good. Rebounded Fannin to Ella Smith. She's gonna push the other way. Off to Gantz. Pulls up for 3. No good. It's going to be rebounded by
Nice.
Calic.
Nice
play. 71-46. 4:10 left in this ball game. As Mort gets it up to Gill. Gill's going to push. Over to Lambden. And knocked away. Calic the other way. Going to give it off to Gantz. Gantz is going to dribble, drives, passes it out, loses it to Collins. Collins is going to push the other way. She's going to takes to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by Mort. She's going to follow in good.
Marlington basket by number 2.
That's Zoe Mort's first bucket of the game. As Calic will take it baseline. No good. Rebounded by Marlington. Lexi Miller up the floor to Gill. Gill gonna take it. Shot good. 4 points for Gill. 75-46. 3:13. As Gantz gonna fake, spins, loses it, gets it back. Over to Brown. Brown stolen by Miller. Miller's gonna push. Guarded by Calic. Cross court. Down the lane. Dishes off to Collins. Collins gonna shoot. No good. Rebounded by Miller. Pushes it up and good. So that's gonna be 14 by Lexi Miller. 77-46. 2:33 left in this ball game.
Nice
Calic
fake.
take to the hoop. She'll be fouled.
I believe that's on Miller. Miller a little slow to get up.
Fouls on Marlington's number 4.
So Calic will go to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2.
Team 6th.
2:27 left in this ball game. First shot.
Good.
Checking into the ball game will be number 21, Ava Clow, and number 22, Ella Wittensalder. And sitting down will be Miller and Collins. So Clow with the ball. Up the floor to Lambden. She's going to be fouled.
Fouls on Alliance is number 2, Marze Gantz. Her 3rd, team's 8.
These are those moments when these backups get some valuable varsity playing time with 4 seniors graduating next year, or this year. Shot. Rebounded by KP to Calic, up the floor. Gonna dribble, kicks it out to Gantz. Up to the top to Smith, to the corner to Calic for three. Short, no good. Gonna be rebounded by Marlington.
Oh.
And stolen by
back.
Calic to herself. Can't do that. So Witten-Saldner. And up to Gill. Gill to Clow. Back out to Gill. To Mort. Mort's going to get it over to Lambden for three. No good. Rebounded by Witten-Saldner. Gets it back out to Gill. Dribbles to Clow. Clow's going to look. Gets it to Gill. To Witten-Saldner. Back out to Clow. To the wing. To Mort. Dumps it to Clow. To Witten-Saldner. Back to Clow. She's going to dribble. Drives. Loses it. Lambden recovers to Mort. Shot no good. Rebounded Mort. Shot no good. Rebounded by Mort.
Jump ball.
And the ball will stay with Marlington. 1:11 left in this ball game. 77-48. Into Gill. Shot no good. Lambden no good. Rebounded by KP. Up to Calic. Calic to Smith. To Gantz in the corner. 49 seconds. Out to Calic. Drives, pulls up for two. Shot no good. Rebounded by Peyton Smith, and she'll be fouled. So she will go to the free throw line.
Fouls on Marlington's number 5, Allie Gill.
41.5 seconds left in this ball game.
Smith with 8 points on the night.
First shot.
Good.
13, Tyler Smith makes the first free throw.
Second one. Rims out. Rebounded by Witten-Saldner. 77-49.
Oh.
As Gantz almost stole it. Up to Mort. Over to Clow. Takes the shot. No good. Rebounded by Smith. Up to KP. Just can't quite get there. .3. Witten-Saldner to Clow. Or Lambden, excuse me, to Clow.
Ooh.
Knocked away by Gantz. To Callett. To Fannin. To Peyton Smith. They're going to call her for a travel.
I'll tell you what. Gantz is all over the place.
She
defensively.
is.
I mean, she's
like the Ava Collins of Alliance.
She got 6 points on the night, but I mean, defensively, she's just on it.
Here comes Mort. Gives it off to Witten-Saldner. Looks. Drives. Cross court to Lambden. Out to Cloud. Tipped away to Gantz. You're right. It's hustle. You got to love hustle. Even at this stage of the game, 77-49, you still got the hustle. Witten-Saldner blocked by Fannin. Taken by Smith, and that's the ball game. 77-49 here on senior night at Alliance as the Lady Dukes are victorious. They're hoping that West Branch can take down Salem tonight, as if Salem falls, then they hold the title for the EBC. We've tried checking in on it a couple times, and currently they are saying that West Branch and Salem are tied 16-16 at halftime, and I'm getting somebody telling me no. And I've just been informed Salem did win, so our update hasn't been updated fast enough. So Salem won, so it sounds like we've got a share of the EBC between Marlington and Salem, which I'll tell you what, that's a battle there, folks.
Yeah, I think that might be, if everything aligns right, I think that might be a district finals rematch there.
I'd like to have a front row seat for that one.
Me too.
So I'll tell you what, the Lady Dukes were on a roll tonight, so I guess when it's going for them. So
Yeah, when it's your night, it's your night.
So we have our some final totals there, John.
That we do. Senior for Alliance, Ford had 10 points on the night before she fouled out, and seemingly was all over the place. As well as Ella Smith, she had 9, and Calic had 11 for Alliance, kind of leading the way for them. But I'll say Gantz had a heck of a night defensively.
Yeah, she did. She was all over the place.
And for the Dukes, Elizabeth Mason had 24 points on the night, kind of averaging about that, 20, 24 points a game. So had a really, really hot start at the beginning of the game and just kind of flowed with it the rest of the game. Warner had 17 on the night, and Miller had 14 on the night, along with Advantage had 14 as well. So pretty balanced night for them offensively.
Yeah, it was pretty balanced across the board. So who's your player of the game?
Well, I'm going to, we've covered them a couple times, and we've given the player of the game to Mason a couple times for the Lady Dukes, but I think I'm going to go with Warner. She had a really good night offensively and defensively, and I know Mason put up the points and got those fast break points, but I think Warner was the one that was pretty much assisting that fast break.
Well, I'm going to have to agree with you because it seemed like that she was feeding that. Every time we turn around, she was stealing the ball. And like I said, it was a balanced scoring affair, but it seemed like it all started with Warner. So I'm going to say Maria Warner as well. So, well, I want to thank everybody for coming on with us. Again, we had a great night tonight. Marlington did get the share of the EBC tonight as they are victorious here at Alliance. Again, I'm Rob Johnson. I'm here with John Taggart, our buddy upstairs, Big Jack Horn.
Appreciate you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for coming on with us, everybody. And as always, have a great night. This is the Straga Media Network.